the girls with their nails done now.
What's up there, poppers? This is actually a very special series starting up. This is my Cyberpunk Red game that is going to be titled Cybercity. We have done a session 0, and at the beginning of this game, I will actually be playing a recap of those session 0s. It's with a special NPC that I'll be introducing now. His name is Jazzy Jetmeyer, and I hate myself that I chose this voice for this character.
Yeah, what is up, you cyber? We are here deep in the Cyber City, deep in the times, the clutches, the scary times. You know I got them jokes, people. It's just the same old day, same old sky, same dreariness, the same old Leonidas running for mayor. Oh, my boss gave me that look. I shouldn't be saying anything bad, but you know how Jetmeyer do. Ow! But anyway, I digress. Just can't stop listening to this hit that I got sent to us by L Studios. Now, normally I don't play any of that trash that be coming from L Studios because you know they don't got the jams. They don't know how to get people to get up and shake that booty. But something about this new artist that's been coming out with all the greatest hits lately. I mean, she has just been blowing her mind, and with those 3 girls behind her, those voices can just harmonize. Ow! Yeah. But what's Mr. Style gonna do? I hear he's gonna be having a meeting with Mr. Cyberpants. Don't you forget that Z. Let's hope they can get it together and maybe take down L Studios because Mr. Star is losing money by the day. Get ready, cyberpunks.
Chapter 1. I'm a terrorist straight out of hell. Greetings. So, my beautiful cyberpunks, we open up into Bertha's pad. Now, the group today is actually a little small because most of the party got dragged away by Lilith for a fun day of cardio training. Luckily, Alistair, Leroy, and Trevor happened to hide away when Lilith was grabbing everyone.
I know how to survive. Are you kidding me? Hi, Poppers. It's me, as always. I am here again.
Yes, we are actually in for a treat, everyone. These are the first 3 players for Cybercity. And as you just heard right now, this is our first one. Eric, give us a little, introduce us more to your character, please.
Oh dear, where to start? Well, I play one Alistair Fox Renard. He is a nomad, and he is the face for the nomad tribe in Cybercity, as he's the one selling the things, making the deals, talking to the people, schmoozing, having fun, that sort of thing. It's going to be interesting to play not the face of the party, I'll tell you that much. As you know, playing Curtis and Hastermart and Marcus in Awa, I tend to play the quote-unquote hero-type character. So it's going to be an interesting twist for me to play.
And we're going to be kind of doing this like the Borderlands openings when it introduces the characters, because each person's in the middle of something. Because for you right now, you're sitting on the booth with Bertha, and there are 2 girls fighting over who is going to sit in your lap. One is the best way to put it is a anthropomorphic bunny girl.
Okay.
Because this is how it works in Cybercity. There is, of course, the furries. They are people who have augmented themselves to look like animals. And this one's name is Judy. Judy the hare. Judy is currently arguing with Carla doesn't think of you as her ex, so this makes it even more awkward. You have literally at this moment, as the camera stops and the name Alistair Fox pops up, Carla is pouring a drink on Judy's head. The camera moves to the dance floor. Everyone, there's a circle formed around. You just hear people chanting. The camera stops. And this is where we see Sean, your character. Yes. Yes.
Hey, I'm playing Leroy. Wait, what is it? Cyber Pants. Pants.
Mm-hmm.
Not pants.
And
That's a typo.
Gotta get that Z in there. Wow. I stuttered a lot right there. Edit that shit out, whoever's editing.
Oh, God, it's going to be me.
I'll edit that out, you.
I got it. But please tell us more about Cyberpants, because just to let you all know, this is not your daddy's cyberpunk game. Good Lord, Cyberpants, you even infected me. But this isn't your daddy's cyberpunk game. This is one of Brian's style of games. We all know what that means. The best way to put this is you might consider this even cyberpunk fantasy. Because there's
cyber fantasy actually could be really fun.
There should be more of it.
There's Shadowrun, but
we know why we're doing that. Because I think Shadowrun follows through some of the flaws with Cyberpunk, which we've discussed heavily. So, because there's more to Leroy that meets the eye, isn't there, Sean?
Well, yeah. He literally walked out of the wastelands and coughed up sand, saying he needed a better sandwich. So, there's something not quite right with that boy.
He walked out of the desert and needed a better sandwich. Boo.
So I have a question for you, Leroy. In where you came from, how familiar were you with certain? I just want to think, because where you came from, would you have known Marcus's sister? Would you recognize her voice? Well, actually, you know what? No. Just to be fair, that wouldn't matter, because as the camera's
I've
moving,
been creeping on his brother, so
okay, then all right.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about that.
Okay, then as the camera's moving to introduce our final member of today's session, the radio changes, and that's when you recognize two voices playing on the radio. The first one you recognize from a young lady of a man you were creeping and following in another world. But then it hits you when you hear the chorus hit. That's your wife.
I think Leroy is on a dance. He is on the dance floor, and he is imitating that one Samurai Jack episode.
Yes.
I think that's what's making him a hit right now, is that they're actually doing a mock dance fight, and he hears this, and it distracts him enough that someone just cracks him across the jaw, and he goes flying.
Okay, that's when the camera stops and your name gets showed, when you get cracked
along with a record
face.
scratch, of course.
Yep.
Just
and then that's
Cyberpants.
And that's when we finally come to my lovebirds. Oh, Trevor, you thought you'd get a nice, simple introduction. No, because as you come in, it's you and your future wife coming in. And as the camera stops on you, she's adjusting your outfit, just like, Trevor, if I wasn't here, how the hell would you get ready for the day?
We're kind of just smirks and just pecks her on the cheek lightly. Yeah, I'm Dice here, guys. I'm playing Trevor, Woodsman, aka Wolf. I'm a solo, so you might hear my voice over in the Hastermark group. So it's nice to play with you guys again.
I think one of the other ones you played with we released, but I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah, there's a few that haven't been released yet that I've been in.
Oh yeah, the Friday is your debut episode.
Oh yes,
for Trailer Park.
No, I've been in a few Trailer Park War episodes.
No,
That's what he's
the
saying.
one
It's
that's
gonna,
being
it's going to be the first episode that's actually going to be put out onto the podcast.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
because the one you introduced was the one before the sheriff one, right?
Yeah, I was introduced in the Law Monsters, and I kicked the wild monster in the groin.
Yeah, that's Friday's episode. Oh yeah, Brian, and I'm gonna roll something in chat based off of what we talked. I figured that's the way to figure out.
Okay, perfect. Oh, let me look. Let me see. Oh, oh,
Since we talked about the thing about how he's drawing power.
mm-hmm. Okay, so you rolled an 11. I'm gonna say that's a success, dude. You're fine.
Oh no, I'm just giving that for you for like how if I do anything.
Okay, no.
Magical.
I have it in mind. So no. For now, for the next time you do anything, you're safe.
Okay.
You're safe.
Wait, safe.
Just some unexpected things might have will happen because you're in a new world, and it's not perfect yet, Leroy. But here we are. We're in Bertha's pad, and Trevor, you give your best girl a peck on the cheek. She pinches you on the butt as she walks away. She stops at the entrance, and she's just, "Oh my goodness, Mr. Star, how's it going, honey? Ah, I'm always happy to see our young ladies in blue." This extravagant gentleman, he literally has star sideburns, a beautiful, magnificent sequined top hat. He literally has. This is why he's best friends with the Nomads, because they went and they got Liberace's entire wardrobe for him. So he's literally wearing the most extravagant Liberace outfit right now. He's just, I love you all. He does the typical European greeting with your wife, which is, they give each other 2 pecks on the cheeks, side by side of the face. He goes, "Now, honey, if you need anything, you call him Mr. Star."
Quick question.
Yes.
Does she kiss him? Or does
It's on the cheeks. It's European style.
It's a traditional European greeting. It's what it is that you put your faces side by side. You're not actually kissing each other.
Trevor just looks at him like he's giving him the noise. Like Trevor is like looking him dead eye, like back away. Like he's giving him like
as you give the dead eye, the 2 robots that are standing side by side. They literally look like your typical 50s movie robot. Danger, Starman! Danger, Starman!
God
This
damn
man's
it, you
giving
did that, bro.
This man is giving you the evil eye. And they're literally doing the most stereotypical robot motions ever.
What was that from? I've seen it.
Lost in Space.
Yeah, I saw that show.
Like the original show or the movie from the 90s or the reboot on Netflix?
That's great.
I watched it on when it was on Netflix. I watched it on either Netflix or Hulu. Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right.
So, yes, they're just, "Danger, Starman, danger!" And Mrs. Star is just, "Oh, son, please. You don't know me very well. I don't swing for that team now. Now you, on the other hand," he blows you a kiss. Your future wife puts her hands on her hips and goes, "Mr. Star, you know I'm spicy, honey."
Trevor calls, "Bertha, you have a guest here."
"God damn it! Who's in my bar? Oh, Mr. Star."
Brian.
Yes.
Before we get too far, just to let you know, Roll20 is being a dink.
Oh, what's wrong? Actually,
I couldn't open my character sheet, so I refreshed, and then I closed the window to open it up again, and it's just taking forever to connect to it.
I'm going to refresh my site as well. Hopefully that can help you. Oh, dear God, it's doing it to me too. I shouldn't have pressed anything. Don't worry.
I couldn't open my character sheet. It was just blank.
So
Yeah,
right now,
it's been the
guys,
same thing to me.
right now, we're fine. Total RP moment. Don't worry. If we're going to do anything, well, I'll just say roll some physical dice. I have all the skill checks memorized where it needs to be. So I know what you guys need to roll. So you're good.
Okay. Trevor's gonna activate his Sand Devastator real quickly.
Oh,
Grabs his wife.
You've activated my trap card. Dice, you remember when you asked me, you said only if someone had something better would it ever mean anything? Did you know that there's actually about 5 different models of the of that model? Yes, there's 5 different models of it. If I had to put yours on the tier, it's not on the bottom. I'm telling you that right now. It's more mid tier. It's a good one.
It's not the best.
The one that Mr. Star has is the equivalent of the one that David had.
Oh dear God!
No. This is not going to be one of those moments. He's not going to do anything like that to you. It's just when you start to go super fast, his head turns and looks at you. He winks and then just turns back and acts like he's frozen. That's all, dude.
Trevor just looks at him dead eye still, and just grabs his wife. Like Princess carries his wife and just like just moves back. Trevor is very cautious right now.
So
and Eric
just
actually
reload
has
the
something
page.
next. Yep. The gateway timed out.
Yeah, it's just being really slow.
You're good, man. I understand.
Technical issues have.
Even though they said 4 hours ago that it's good.
Of all times for Roll20 to want to conk out on us, but we will prevail. They will not ruin.
We will prevail.
They are not ruining my game night. This is what I've been
like.
Looking
Trevor's
to
just
week.
like I'm sorry, love to do this, but like I don't trust. I'm just a little cautious right now. It's just kind of keep you safe for right now. He kind of just holds her gently. He's like, you can tell he's like very not trusting of Mr. Star. He just like gives him he already does not like Mr. Star so far. So
Mr. Star just once again, you look where Mr. Star would have been. The robots are now panicking. Mr. Star is gone. He is gone. Danger, danger. He is sitting next to Bertha in between Alistair and Bertha now. You know why he got there so fast, Trevor.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, and you could tell that he ruffled your hair on his way over there.
Trevor's not happy with this.
He just ruffled your hair as if like, oh, you're so adorable. You're cute.
Trevor does not like this one bit.
Your wife looks and goes, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Trevor's like...
And then that's when you hear Bertha go, Trevor! Get over here, boy. I need you to meet someone.
Trevor's not like... He kind of gives her the...
Bertha holds up her mighty hand and she catches Leroy as he's flying. And gently seats him down, brushes off his shoulders.
Trevor's just like...
As you approach, Mr. Star is just, he's giving you the eyes of just, ha, you thought you would escape me. No, you don't. Bertha, I'm so happy. It looks like my new protege, my new client, my new everything has gotten here. Yes. No, you go first, Sean.
I feel like Leroy is missing a tooth at first, and you see him kind of wipe his mouth, and as he moves it away, there's like a dollar ching sign, and there's like just literally another tooth popping in. Please.
Mr. Star just looks and he's just, do you see why he is amazing? No, not really. Bertha just looks at you, Leroy, and is just, meh. So, why are you here? Well, Bertha, I need to hire you. I need the cyber runners. The bar goes quiet. Everyone runs out. Bertha puts 2 fingers across the bridge of her nose and goes, God damn it, Starman. You know the cyber runners is a taboo name. We're not supposed to speak it anymore. And I have no idea what you. Oh, Bertha, I'm not an idiot. You have so many members here who are actually related to every member of the Cyber Runner. So don't try to bullshit, honey. I love you, boo boo, but I'm not a fucking idiot. Ha ha!
I think Leroy leans over. Would one of them happen to be named Marcus?
Bertha,
No.
Bertha just turns and goes, "It's funny you might say that. Robin's been training a new solo. I'll have to see again what his name is for you, honey."
I think he's like, oh God, he's here too.
But Mr. Leroy, you see, I was in my monthly game of chess against Mr. Leonidas, and normally I'm just whooping that ass, and not only when I'm beating him in chess, but I'm just beating him in just overall in life in general, baby. Oh, I mean, all my family members all are accounted for, and I didn't make my son kill his wife. Oh, did I say that? I'm a bitch. But anyway, I digress, honey. So I'm sitting there, and I'm just about to get his king. But then Mr. Leonidas looks at me, and the motherfucker pulls a queen's gambit on me, Mr. Leroy. And then decides to drop on me that El Studio's newest star, the newest performer, has gone quadruple platinum. I don't like this. Your single has only gone triple platinum. You do not override one of Mr. Starman's stars. That is not how we shine, baby. Boo-boo. Mm-mm. Oh, God. Mr. Star, is there a point? Yes. You see, my old talent, they're also not lacking the way that I'm just shining and fawning over Mr. Cyberpants here. But, I mean, just look at him. He's just reeking star potential all off of him. I mean, he's shining so bright, I have to wear sunglasses. He turns to look at you, Leroy. He's wearing sunglasses. He turns back to... Oh, no, go ahead, Sean.
This doesn't faze Leroy. He's seen weirder things happen. He's made weirder things happen.
But honey, it's my 3-part plan of how I'm going to destroy Damian Leonidas. I need Leroy to shine as the star he is. He needs to have all eyes on him. Because he's going to write the new Cybercity anthem, honey. And if I have the man who writes Cybercity anthem underneath my studio, everyone's going to be more inclined to believe anything I say when it comes to certain political issues. Because I do believe Mr. Alistar here, we have a plan, don't we, my good boy?
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Star turns to you, Alistair, and winks. Oh, Eric, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
So Mr. Star turns to you,
Yes.
and those 2 robots I told you about, they finally have slowly came into the room.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Trevor, you didn't notice when they were panicking, but now as you look at one of them clearly just has a piece of paper with a portrait drawn on it, taped on the front of the box head, with a bad wig on top of it, and wearing a really, 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 really stereotypical dad suit. It's got like the leather elbows stitched onto the suit jacket.
Mm-hmm. The tweed coat with the leather patches on the elbows.
Yep. He finally comes and goes, "Greetings, citizens. I am John Cougar Mellencamp. Vote for me. Vote for me. Vote for me." Mr. Starr is just his smile is just getting even bigger. We're going to fuck with him so good. I am so happy I got to meet you, and I hear your grandmother's actually the leader of the nomads.
Ah, yes. Grandmama is Grandmama.
Let me ask you, son, how's that heart of hers doing?
Far as I know, she's probably going to outlive you, me, and the next 3 generations.
Well, of course, son. She got one of the first never-ending battery-powered hearts. And Bertha,
I was just talking about her Tristan. I was just
Bertha
talking about her Tristan.
smacks Mr. Starr.
I was just talking about her tenacity.
Bertha looks over at you, Alistair, and goes, Alistair, I don't believe he has the right to reveal that about your grandmother. Please disregard what he just said.
Honestly, Miss
Leroy
Bertha, it's not that surprising considering what she's allowed me to do. To find out that she has augmented herself is honestly the least surprising thing I've heard about her.
Oh, Bertha, you wounded me! And Mr. Starr obviously isn't hurt, and you would think being smacked by that massive hand there would at least be a handprint. So there's something about Mr. Starr. Something a little off.
That's not surprising.
There's a big secret, and you actually see Bertha blowing on her hand like it fucking hurts.
Alistair's going to keep that in mind.
Mr. Starr okay, I'm not gonna keep that up. That didn't Bertha, honey, you know that's not a good idea. I mean, who was the one I was Mr. Blackhand's former partner? I still can't believe that some solo is now one of the best businessmen in Cybercity. Hey, actually, I don't want to know the answer to that question. Ha ha! I'm naughty.
Trevor mutters on his breath. Rainbow. He kind of mutters. He kind of just takes out he kind of goes back over to the bar and just grabs a bottle of alcohol and just tosses it to Bertha gently.
Bertha catches it and it's just, Trevor, I'll be raising your allowance. As she just starts chugging it.
I've been looking at some some Timber character a little bit. I've been looking at some street slag. You know what I just called him?
No, I don't actually. I'm curious.
Oh, it's bad. It's bad.
Oh.
It's bad. It's bad.
A gun-toting sex kitty.
Yeah,
You called him a rainbow? Did I hear right?
Rainbow.
So it's not the type of insult you would think. It's what Dice just said, a gun-toting sex kitty.
Aha.
Basically a gun-toting slut.
Right. I mean, I'm glad it's not because we have
exactly
several cast members who are a part of.
Exactly.
No.
I know it's not. I'm saying I'm glad it's not.
Okay. Exactly, Dice. No, Dice, you're fine, dude.
Okay. Oh yeah, exotics are the
the
furry
Rimbo.
characters.
Okay, I misheard.
Rimbo. Sorry, no. That was my fault as well. I pronounced it wrong as well.
Right.
Did I say it wrong?
No, dude, you said it fine.
I'm just saying I heard it wrong. And for the listeners, Rimbo, Rimbo, Rambo and Bimbo.
Exactly.
Why don't I redo it real quickly? If that's okay.
Go ahead, do it,
Yeah,
please. Take it away.
You Rimbo. He kind of looks at where's the guy's name?
Mr. Starr.
Mr. Starr, and then he uses his stand, grabs a bottle of alcohol and tosses it to Big Bertha. Here you go.
Okay, so this is where we're gonna have a little fun, Dice. I want you to roll a d20 for me, because as you go off in fast motion, Mr. Starr gets off his seat. This is what's going to happen. Mr. Starr is coming at you in high speed with some makeup.
Oh no.
He's going to make you look fabulous if you can't beat this roll.
I rolled a 19.
Never mind, you win, you succeed, you got away.
It's like
As he was coming at you, I guess you put your you put yours in overdrive, and you were just nope.
it's like I just gave him like the like I just gave him a gut, like the classic gut punch.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
like,
nope,
yep,
not like no makeup. Or
Now,
like
So Alistair's sitting here looking at this robot with the the face, and we have a lot of work ahead of us to make this believable.
Trevor laughs like, yeah, you're right. Does anyone else want a beer?
I'll take a beer, Sonny. There's the typical old man that's been at Bertha's for years now. Trevor, you know him. He's old reliable. That's the name he goes by. He just turns. You notice that the only thing about old reliable that you know about him is that he has one full cyber arm that's black.
He pours him a nice gold beer, freshly poured off the tap. Gently puts it in front of him. Here you go, old timer. Enjoy.
Alistair,
Yes.
you will notice that the old man, as he's looking at you, but it's with a very warm, happy look.
I think Alistair will just kind of quirk an eyebrow, taking note of this, and just, not be bothered, but not call attention to it.
Trevor asks, "Does anyone else want anything?" Bertha, were you able to catch that bottle?
Bertha's just, bring me another.
You got
Trevor
any
activates
bourbon?
his head devastated after he waits a minute and reactivates it and just quickly before she says anything, it's like, the bottle appears right in her hand and he just pops back.
And, for good measure, you are brought and you bring Alistair a bottle of bourbon in a glass.
It's like you just see it appear on the table.
Thank you kindly.
Oh,
I'm going to say, I don't know.
Look at Mr. Starr. Is he okay?
I don't know much in the way of alcohol. So would bourbon with like a lemon lime soda be okay? Or...
That is actually a great choice.
Okay.
That's what Trevor brought you.
Very well. So you'll just
Trevor looks at
pop
Mr.
the soda,
Starr.
do a splash.
Ooh, nice.
How is Mr. Starr looking?
Mr. Starr, he's actually giving you the cheekiest fucking smile ever because he's just, ha, son, you're lucky you could have broke your fist when you were doing that.
Trevor kind of smirks. I have some great knuckles. You hear the pop of he pops his knuckles, and you can hear the clinking of the machines.
It's funny, you remind me a lot of Angie. You remind me a lot of Angie from back in the days. Old Reliable turns around from the bar and goes, he just does like kind of a, Mr. Starr does an eye and goes, oh, I mean the old nomad leader. You remind me a lot of her from back in the day, son, but you just haven't got the muscle. You might want to ask this one here. You might want to ask Mr. Alistair to introduce you to his grandma because that woman back in the day, I had seen her take full-on tanks and just, my God.
The answer is
I'm not as strong as Uncle Corgi,
book.
but at least I could put up a good fight.
And what were you saying, Eric?
I'm saying the answer to that is no. I am not opening that book. Alistair will sit down next to Cyberpants and put his feet up on the table. The corner of, so his feet are actually off, not actually on the table. He doesn't want to incur Bertha's wrath. He will, however, lean up against Cyberpants and go, so, what's your story?
Yes, I could sit back now and just listen.
I think Leroy just thinks about it and he's like, well, let's put it this way. You want the true story that's unbelievable, Or do you want the simplified story that's at least okay then?
We all have stories, true and manufactured. We all have masks to wear. You just met me. So, whatever you tell me is going to be what you're comfortable with, no matter how outlandish it is. I know that much, at least. I'm more curious as to what got you roped into this. Any emotions to their group with Star, Bertha, the bar. More than anything else. After all, everyone has to have their secrets.
Old Reliable just chuckles from the
I think
bar.
he thinks about it and goes, you know what? I'll give you the full story because, and hey, old Reliable,
Yeah, what's that, Sonny?
how much do you want to? I want to place a bet with you. They don't believe it. I'll give you a tune-up for your charge.
I like it. Yeah, I'll take that bet there. Oh, Eric, the Roll20's back to working again.
Yeah, I know. I just didn't get a good place to mention it, but I got my character sheet up and everything.
And then Neil leans back and he goes, I'm not of this world.
All right.
I basically tried to. You can't tell it from now, but I was a big shot. I was one of the big shots, and he points up. But I didn't
Sir
really.
looks up as he points up. A big shot, huh?
Yeah, I didn't really get along with people like y'all. Like, you know, what's the expression? A kid with, like the expression, a kid with a magnifying glass and ants.
Oh yeah, that old bit. Were you the kid or were you the ant?
I was the kid, and I was also the kid. I was also smashing some of the other big shots creation because I didn't understand it. I didn't understand why they wanted to be like people, be human, wanted to interact, and they kicked the shit out of me, knocked me out. Rather, oh no, this is the part that sort of gets complicated because this was the part
where it gets complicated.
The big shot part of me got cut off from the place I came from. But even if you cut off a chunk of, he's thinking rolling in his head. How plutonium is dangerous no matter how small a chunk you get, right?
Fair.
So,
you saying you some kind of beyond reckoning elemental being? What? No matter how small a chunk of you is removed from the source, it's still as dangerous as you as the whole.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a whole thing. But the other chunks were smart. They kind of. I got to live like y'all, and I got to understand why. I got to learn what empathy was because there was actually around people that could kick the shit out of me. I was just a simple bard. And the only problem is they left that body laying around with all that ultimate power, and some dipshit thought, hey, I'm going to have myself a super cool minion by raising the dead corpse of a god.
Well, that's the start of 1,000 horror flicks.
Yeah, and then...
So, no offense to you, Mr. Leroy, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Leroy. And Alistair pours him some bourbon and a splash of the lemon lime. Slides it to him. You owe Reliable a tune-up. And you owe me some of whatever the hell you're smoking, because damn.
Oh, well, hold me to that until I do the tune-up, because you're gonna... That's why I made the bet, because seeing is believing.
Well, that's what they say, all right.
It was during this, near the end of this story, is when Mr. Starr dropped his glass and he's like in a cold sweat.
Also, Hall
What?
of the Mountain King, Brian? Really?
It was perfect timing, dude.
Oh wait,
It
and
just worked so well.
I think he looks at Star like I said, Mr. Star. I like people now. Long story short, reason why I'm here is because ultimately I had to evict the motherfucker out of my own body, and that body wasn't allowed around there, so I got thrown into the desert, and I literally walked my way here, and I'm just
Well,
I'm,
well, son, it's the reason why I'm like this moment. He pulls out a handkerchief. He's like dabbing at his forehead. It appears that the individual that works for Mr. Leonidas for L Studios, that everything she said, it appears to be true because the story you just told is one that she relayed to us. Oh my! Oh.
yeah. Oh, that the lady on the radio. Yeah, that's
So what you're saying is that we have not one, but two godly beings made mortal to deal with?
Well, that's my wife, but
Oh, good, a lover's spat.
oh no,
He
no, no.
downs the rest of his drink.
No, it's no love for spat. We were working on getting him up to being a god. They were also kind of an asshole in their world before we brought her over.
Trevor
You
just
and
looks
she-
at him like, "What did you do?"
You and she
Just-
are lovers, and y'all seem to be diametrically opposed. There's going to be a lover's spat. I've seen the story before.
Okay, fair. I'm just saying. Last I saw her, she was just like my cleric, or priestess. I think that's a better term, priestess, because like I said, we were plotting to make her look good enough to join the godhood. Because I'm actually here's the thing that will make you laugh. I'm probably the weakest one of the gods over there, and yet I can do. And he gets up and he starts strutting over so reliable, and just walks over him and just gives him a pat. This, and I'm going to pat him in the back and channel all the magic and energy that I gathered from my earlier dance fight into Old Reliable to transform them. Because this is DMP, of course, someone's going to get transformed.
Oh no! You just revealed something that. Oh god. Oh, well, this is happening. So, I'm assuming you're putting him back to a state of when he was better and younger, right?
Oh, this is a new record. We broke something 44 minutes in, rather than sooner.
So, Sean, you just revealed something really
Well,
big.
Oh no!
It's not bad. It's not bad. This is actually really cool. I'm actually really happy with this.
Well,
Because-
I want to say he isn't Blake.
No, that's what I mean. You're not transforming him. It's just you're kind of like the way I see it is you're basically giving him a glow up. He's getting to look better. But this,
If
There
anything,
was a-
you're resetting him to an earlier, more in
but
his
there was
prime
a
state.
reason why Old Reliable looked like Old Reliable. Because now what's sitting there wearing Old Reliable's clothes is he looks like this man looks fucking like the baddest of the badasses. Alistair, you think back to the Nomad hideout and you remember a picture you saw years ago of the Cyber Runners. In the
Mhm.
middle of that group is this fucking man. And you remember in this picture, your grandmother is lovingly holding on to him. And she always said, "That's your grandfather."
I see.
And that's when Carla looks and goes, and she faints as she says, "Morgan?" Thump! The man that called himself Old Reliable shoots up and goes, "Ah, fuck. You!" He points with his black cyberware arm.
Hey, you agreed to this.
If I knew you had that weird cheese bullshit like Angie does, I wouldn't have. Alistair, it's good to see you, buddy. You've grown up strong. Your grandfather's
Should I
proud
roll
of
an
you.
evasion for that brawling?
Oh, he's not going to hit you. He's just.
No. That was me checking the sheet to see if it actually
Okay.
still worked.
Okay,
but
good.
I can't. It can do that, but I can't switch the tabs.
Gotcha.
Like it's stuck on.
It's still being wonky.
It's stuck on fighting. I couldn't
Gotcha.
click it over to body or control or awareness.
But
yeah, my sheet is my sheet's
So-
up.
But yes, the gentleman who's standing here for our listeners, this is, if you know your cyberpunk lore, this is the of your cyberpunk lore, one of the most famous solos in cyberpunk lore is Morgan Blackhand. This is Morgan Blackhand. Morgan Blackhand just looks at his grandson, who is Alistair. He goes,
I would also like to point out to listeners that I did not ask for this. This is a surprise to me too.
I did a lot of twists, but I forgot that. And you know what? I don't mind it because this makes it more fun. Because now I have to plan for how Alistair is going to react to all this. So Morgan's just, oh shit. Kane.
So I just found our way into the Cyber Runners, didn't I? By saying this is something I could do. I think we were like,
Well, to be
Mhm.
completely honest, our way into the Cyber Runners was the fact that I consider them all my aunts. and
There's
uncles,
actually
so-
now, Leroy,
well, actually, I think each
Don-
character he really is like, look at this. It goes like, well, Mr. Morgan, if it makes you feel better. Wait, no, I don't want to know this information. Shit.
No, to actually make this a little easier, he looks at you and goes, I might as well tell you my real name is Morgan Blackhand. You don't have to call me Old Reliable. He extends his normal flesh and blood hand to you, Leroy.
I think Leroy takes it and goes, you know, Alistair, I just had a really evil idea. We need to
Hold that thought. Alistair just kind of sets down his now empty glass of bourbon, points to Morgan Blackhand, and holds up a hand, 5 fingers extended. Grandma will want to talk. And then pours himself another glass of bourbon and a splash of the lemon lime soda, and just sits down and sips.
You just hear Carla on the ground from her faint. Oh, Morgan's alive.
Oh, right.
No.
Alistair's
What's
like,
happening?
right. And he's going to go help
Carla.
Carla up. He's actually going to point at you. He's like, get over here and help me.
Trevor just looks at you. It's like, it's all you, buddy. He just smiles and just tends the bar.
But Leroy, Morgan's actually really interested in you now and goes, well, you know what? Maybe it's better that I have this guy's drop now so I won't have to. This is all part of our ultimate plan. Alistair?
Oh, Uncle Behemoth let me in on some notes, as well as Aunt Hemlock, revealing that Grandma is, of course, planning things without letting half the people know half the plan. So, same as always.
And that's why I love her. He looks up into this. He just looks up with a happy look. Ah, man. Angie.
I think Leroy goes, one thing I should mention though, guys. I need to have another one. I need to have another performance before I can do that again. Magic doesn't work the same here.
Well,
That was literally my dance fight. That was literally me pumping all that dance fighting into our friend here.
Well, you're in luck there, my good boy, because that's why I'm here, why I came to bother you all, because Mr. Cyberpants, It's time for you to take your place as the greatest artist that Cyber City has ever seen and ever heard. It's time for you to dominate the cyber battle of the bands. I have the venue, I have the stage all set for you. And if what you're saying is true, that you just need to perform and you can perform some magic, that'll make it even better for us, Mr. Cyberpants.
I
And
do have to question how this goes into our plan of taking down him.
I am so glad you asked, Mr. Alistair. Now, you see, I knew old Reliable there was actually Mr. Morgan Blackhand. I knew because, like I said, I was his partner. And after that, when he joined the Cyber Runners and became intertwined with your grandmother, we always stayed in touch. And yes, I do despise Damian Leonidas. I know what he really is, son. And how this is going to help us is because he who controls the entertainment controls the hearts of the public. Now, I am not like Damian Leonidas. I don't believe in controlling people in fear and lies. I want to give people something that makes them happy, fills them with love, gets us back to behaving more like humans and less like machines. No offense there, my fine robot bodyguards. It is fine, Mr. Starr. Wah, wah, wah. I don't understand why they speak like that, because they have full AI. You two are both assholes. The robots you could actually hear chuckling.
Now, see, that I like.
The robots are just laughing because the entire time it's like, we played it off the best. And the robot that you saw that was kind of standing mechanical in the suit, his shoulders relax and go, "Oh, we don't have to, sir." No, I told y'all, you don't need to do that. I am not Damian Leonidas. Y'all have feelings. You have such. Please don't do that anymore.
Alistair actually looks relieved. It's like, oh, thank God. Now we don't have to worry about that. Now there's less work because they can actually emote more human-like. That's a good thing.
And so he goes, this was their idea of having fun with y'all. Because they're figuring you would see a couple machines coming here and that. Like, oh no, this eccentric rich gentleman is just going to put some boxy robot and make you try to believe. He turns back to the one wearing the suit. Seriously, you know that we have a way to transplant your mind into the body. Why do you have to ruin my fun, Mr. Starr? Why do you have to do this all the time, Jeremy?
Jeremy.
He just puts his head. The robot just like crouches his head down. These two are like my sons. They've been with me since back in my days of being a solo. I love them both very much. We love you too, Mr. Starr.
That's fair.
Now, the idea is that Mr. Cyberpants is going to be the voice, he's going to be the charisma for our group. And he's going to be the official musical talent of our candidate, Mr. John Cougar Mellencamp.
And that would be Jeremy.
Jeremy nods. That's right, sir.
Oh, no, please. Call me Fox.
Judy just faints with that. Oh, he's so cool. My God, boy.
Alistair rolls his eyes.
Everyone you can feel the eye roll with that one. Jesus Christ.
The cringe is one with
Judy.
With Star. Yeah. It's like, oh my dear. It's like
Bertha turns to you, Alistair, and goes, "Son, can you do something with your thirsty girls?"
No, I can't.
Trevor goes,
And he
would
answers
you want
that
me to do
honestly.
anything, Bertha?
What
Not
was
in that way, Bertha. Keep your mind on the gutter.
Bertha just looks at you. First thing Bertha says to you and goes, Trevor, you're like a son to me. That's gross. and two, you are way too lanky. You don't got no muscle on you, boy. I told you. You need to work out with mama. She flexes an arm and just her bulging bicep splits her shirt. Splits it.
Alistair does think of something.
Brian, you do realize I do have a. Let's see my character sheet real quickly. I do have a. What's the strength modifier?
Dude, no matter how much your
it's-
cyberware strength does, Bertha looks at you as a mom, and
Yeah.
she's always going to look at you as her little boy.
Plus, there's also the fact the way you look doesn't necessarily mean that's how strong you are. That
Exactly.
Right. And it's not like I only augmented my knuckles.
Yeah, you could bench press a bus. You could still look like
No,
a
I
string
upgraded
bean.
my knuckles for my punching force.
Oh
No,
god.
I'm just saying.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got the grill arm.
So
I have an 8 in body.
Yeah, like I said,
Okay.
we know you can do some damage with punching and everything, but Bertha just looks at you and your muscles are not big enough, man.
she likes her boys with some meat on them.
And I was asking if you want me to go move the girls to another room.
Bertha just
So
looks
they
and
can
goes,
stop fussing you.
please. Bertha just nods and goes, and after you just thought about Bertha's last ex-boyfriend and you just shudder. If anyone was worse than Lilith with training, it was Popo.
We don't talk about Popo's training. We don't talk about Popo's training. We don't talk about Lilith's training. We've been over this, Brian. We do not talk about their training.
Moving.
What's rule 1 of Popo's training?
Do
not talk about Popo's training.
But most
Moving
important,
on.
rule 2 about Alistair, you
Lilith's
said you had an idea, though.
Yes. Oh, Judy, darling.
Yes.
Come wake up, dear. Come on.
She's like, yes, Alistair. I'll do anything for you.
That scares me. What I would like you to do, however, is go talk to your bosses, Mr. B and Mr. R.
Oh, God. Alistair?
Yes.
Normally, anybody else asks me this. It would be a hard pass. I'm not. But you're lucky. You're so damn cute.
I know. And I shamelessly use that against you every time.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And
But this isn't. I am asking you this for an important reason.
okay.
I'm going to need their, and I use heavy quotes when I say this word, expertise in some coming shenanigans.
So with the first statement, when the word expertise comes out, she's just stifling the biggest laugh ever.
I also want to point out that Alistair did say, and I use heavy quotes around this word as I say this. That wasn't me, that was Alistair.
She's just, okay. No problem. I will take care of this for you. I will take care of this. But, Alistair, sweetie, you owe me. And this is the best situation I've ever wanted because now I get to have you all to myself. And there's not a damn thing Carla can do about it. You hear Carla screaming from the other room. I heard all this. I don't agree with it.
Before Judy walks away, Alistair whispers very quietly in her ear, Darling, you couldn't handle me with Carla. What makes you have any hope? You can do it solo. And then he gives her a playful smack on the ass as she skitters out of the bar, I'm sure.
So the normally like palish blue fur that graces her with her nice white coat, white undercoat, has all turned bright pink as she's just she is so flabbergasted for words. She just runs. She's just running.
I think the girls with their nails done now.